What began as a prank has now resulted in a reminder from emergency officials to parents to speak to their children about emergencies. Pro News 7's Natalie Granda tells us about the prank and how residents could be affected by prank emergency calls. Natalie?
Lisa, kids are out of school for summer break and finding ways to enjoy their summer. But after one child decided to play a prank on emergency officials, both the police and emergency communication service are advising parents to talk to kids about the negative impact of what kids may think is a harmless joke. 7 calls to 911. A child locked in a trunk.
A child's locked in the trunk with the heat. Get those units code 3 and get AMS at least started that way.
Calls at the Amarillo Emergency Communication Center listed as high priority.
Locked in a trunk. I'm locked in the trunk and then disconnection.
After dispatching 5 emergency units for what they believed was a child in distress, officials found out they were fooled.
When they got out there, apparently they found out that it had been a prank call or a joke.
A 6-year-old Amarillo girl used a throwaway phone to make several hang-up calls to 911, saying she was in trouble. We spoke to her mom, who didn't want to talk on camera, but said the child was playing at a neighbor's house when she made the call. Neighbors and police say they made every effort to find her.
Knocking on doors, checking vehicles, checking trunks, trying to locate.
Until they finally found her unharmed. The Amarillo Police Department says these type of pranks put others in danger because it's high priority.
We're having to pull somebody from clear on the other side of town, or we don't even have somebody available to go to that true emergency because we're trying to track down what turns out to be a fake or a false call. Then we're putting other people's lives at risk.
And the AECC says this takes away time from real emergencies.
We have limited resources. There's limited responders out on the street. We have limited call takers that can answer those calls.
And both the APD and AECC say parents need to stress the importance to kids that 911 calls should be made only in case of an emergency.
Help them understand that we're there to help, but there's other people out there also that we need to help.
The manager at the communication center says an ambulance and fire truck were also dispatched in case the child needed medical services or extra tools to get her out in case of a real emergency. As far as fines, the police department says kids under 10 cannot be criminally charged for a fake 911 call. Natalie Granda, Pro News 7.